Good morning everyone, and welcome back to another vlog. So I'm going to carry on now with sorting, organising video in regards to our move to America. I'm going to show you an update on what's in the skip so far. We've also got 2 cars loaded up because we're doing our 3rd car boot today. We're going to a different one today that we've been recommended. It's actually cheaper to get in. Apparently people pay better prices and supposedly way more successful. So we've got 2 cars completely loaded up now, ready to go. I'm absolutely loving my car boot era. This is now the 3rd and I just enjoy it so much. But anyway, let's go outside and have a look and I'll show you the skip. So this is the current state of the skip. Probably still got a little bit more to go in there, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see what we sort of sell from the car boot. We might have to do another car boot. But yeah, it's been filled up quite nicely. So we're taking my car today, but also taking my son's car. So 2 cars to the car boot. And yeah, we'll see how well we do today. I'll just show you an update on the current state of the house. Honestly, I'm getting to a point where I literally cannot wait to move now. The house just feels an absolute chaotic tip. So this probably looks worse than what it is because it's actually spread out. But I think most of this is coming with us. Got some autumn decks, we've got a memory box there. So I do need to still have a good sort through. But yeah, we are making lots of progress. Slowly getting there. But I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. And if I can film a few clips at the car boot, I will. I've just come back in and all I've done is just clean the worktops, but my goodness, I already feel like such a difference. They have just been cluttered all week. There is still some crap obviously there, but I've just given them all a clean and a bit of a tidy. So I'm going to make myself a matcha now to take to the car boot. And yeah, raring to go. Hoping to make lots and lots of money. Not done too badly so far. So yeah, it's very, very windy here today. We've sold actually an awful lot, but I think there's still enough to do another car boot. It's quite nice here, nice day as well. Good morning everyone. I hope you're all well. I thought I would, I don't know, pick up the camera this morning. I don't know why, but because I look an absolute state. This is the reality of hay fever. Look at all this swelling. Yeah, I look a mess. But if you're new here, hello, my name is Lisa, and hopefully this face, this hay fever, swollen, itchy, gross looking face hasn't put you off. So I thought I'd start this video this morning, and I am starting the video off with Diabers. Let's see if we do it. So this is Jasper, my little puddy cat, and he loves nothing more than a headbutt. And we can literally just go on for ages. You want nom-noms, don't you? You sassy boy. You sassy boy, Diabers. You want a nom-noms? Do you? You want a nom-noms? You my sassy boy. It's probably not the best idea to be kissing a cat that is probably absolutely covered in pollen, aren't you? But never mind. Yeah, I thought I'd start this video today. I wasn't planning on filming, and this is probably going to go over like a fair few days, and I'll also give a few updates in this video of our move to Florida. So I am still in our UK home. To say it's a stressful nightmare is an understatement. We have got solicitors that are as useless as a chocolate teapot running this whole beep show. We've said now quite a few times that we wanted to complete on the 27th. We've got our open rent, which is a little bit like an Airbnb, booked from the 27th. Obviously, we don't want to be paying a mortgage and rent at the same time. Who would? The solicitor's known that for ages. We then find out yesterday that he is basically told no other solicitor, nobody in the chain. So everyone seems to think that we are moving the following week. Well, that's just not going to work for us, because we're going to end up paying a week's mortgage payment and we're not even going to be here. And to say I'm furious is an understatement. I'm hoping that our solicitor can pull it out of the bag and get his beep together. Sorry if you can hear shouting. There's work being done next door on their house. I'm going to have to put this down as well. Oh my God. My arm. Too much hard work at work. Oh, look, you can see little chappers in the background. Hello, Sassy boy. You so precious. Mummy feed you in a minute, okay? Yeah? You want a num-nums? Do you? You want a num-nums? I know you do. I know I love you too, baby boy. That's my iced coffee. You don't want that. I know. Shush, boy. I know Mommy loves you too. Oh, little purr. You got a little purr. You shazzy boy. I know. You Mr. Handsome. Sorry, I get so easily distracted by my cats. Yeah, so I'm hoping that the solicitor gets his beep together, because I'm not impressed, to be quite honest with you. I don't know why you've got a tea towel in the way. I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying that. If you were to see the actual, well, I say if you see, I'm going to show you the absolute carnage that we're living in at the moment. So yeah, we are still hoping to complete on the 27th. Hopefully we're going to exchange today. That was meant to have been done last week. But again, just little things cropping up. Basically, on our property, we pay like a property maintenance charge. I've touched on this a little bit before. Yeah, I don't know why. I do know why, because it's a money-making thing, isn't it? It came about a few years ago for any new build homes, and it's additional to your council tax, and it's a private, you pay into a private company that maintain the grounds in your road. The whole thing is just a nightmare, to be honest with you. So when, sorry, it's banging next door. When you buy your house, the builder's already instructed a company that will take over that kind of whole maintenance bit. Now, the problem is that probably no one ever talks about is we have got people on our like little cul-de-sac, our road, that aren't paying. And it then means that there's a shortfall all the time. Now, this caused major problems last year because the work basically wasn't being done, because there was a shortfall because certain people aren't paying, which is hugely unfair for the people that do pay. Anyway, there is an outstanding charge on ours at the moment, and we've spoken to B&S. They're absolutely fine about it. The reason why we've not paid is because we don't want to pay for a whole year when we're not going to be here a year, and it runs April to April, and obviously it's only June. But now the buyer's solicitor said they're not happy with that, so they want it paid in full, which is absolutely fine, and apparently they're going to credit us on completion. Don't mind that at all. But there has been so many problems crop up around this whole B&S thing. It's just been an absolute joke. So yeah, I don't think I would ever have realised that this would have caused a problem. You know, it's just how UK homes are now from sort of a few years ago moving forward, that you have this private maintenance charge. It's just not managed very well, and yeah, it does annoy me a little bit, because essentially we're still paying council tax like everybody else. So anyone else in an older property in the area we live in won't be paying this, they'll just be paying their council tax. So it just feels a little bit unfair, but anyway, that's another story. So that was causing a little bit of a hold up, but I think that is now sorted, and I'm hoping that we will exchange contracts today, and then with view, hopefully, of completion next week. I think it's just a case of speaking to people down the line, because I think everyone was under the impression we move in the week after, but I don't feel it's as easy for us. You know, everyone in a chain, when you think about it, everyone in a chain on that day is moving from the old house to a new house. Everyone in that chain, but obviously that's not the case for us. We are the end of the chain, and we're moving out of our property and we're moving into like a rental. Obviously I had to give a date for that weeks and weeks and weeks ago, bless you jabbers, because yeah, in order to secure it basically. So I had to give a date ages ago, and then we've got international removal company. Well, that isn't just a normal removal sort of thing that happens. It's a 2-day service. In order for it to kind of go through customs, you have to have an inventory, and every single item in that box has to be accounted for. So again, that's not like a normal sort of service. And yeah, it's been a stressful time, and I will show you around the house in a minute. To say I've been feeling overwhelmed is an absolute understatement, to the point where I feel like my brain has just been shutting down, and because there's so much to do, I've actually found it really hard to... Have I got a bruise? Have I? I don't know, it looks like a bruise. It probably is from work. Yeah, I do sometimes wonder whether I have got ADHD, because my brain is just a little bit scatty, and when I've got quite a few things to do, I become so overwhelmed that I almost become... it becomes to the point where I'm not even functional, and because I don't really know where to start, it just feels like too much. But I will show you around the house now. There is still loads to do. And I think what I found hardest this time is, yeah, we're having a removal company come in. And I thought, oh yeah, you know, it's going to like make our lives so easy, which don't get me wrong, it does. But the problem is not everything is going in that shipping container, and it's dividing it up between what is coming with us, as in suitcases, and to the new home in Worcester. Like toiletries and stuff that obviously we wouldn't take to Florida, but we're going to need them in Worcester. There's so much, and because the house is so chaotic, I'm trying to separate it, but then it's just looking like utter chaos. Like I've started taking stuff out the pantry, which is now in bags, which is fine, but it just feels utter chaos. I think once the removal company have been and gone, I'm going to feel so much happier, but then I also feel really stressed by that, because I feel worried for them that they're going to come in and not really be able to make head or tail of what is staying and what's going. Hopefully nearer the time I can like load up my car, well, our cars, because obviously they're all going to be going over to the rental, and that'll make things easier. It's Thursday today. I'm back at work Friday, Saturday. I've got Sunday off, which will be our last car boot. I think probably say in the last one that it will be our last, but no, we're going to do one more, and it will have to be one more because we won't physically be able to do another. I'm back in work Monday, thankfully not a late shift, and then I'm off from Tuesday and go back into work the following Monday. So yeah, obviously I'm not off till the Tuesday, and then they start their packing service on the Wednesday, Thursday. So I've kind of got today, but then also today I need to I think, collect my daughter's prescription. That was meant to be in weeks ago and they've not even rung, so I need to chase that up today. I've got some brand deals coming up, which I need to sort that out first thing. So after I've shown you around the house, I'm gonna just enjoy my iced coffee and get my admin bits done, and then try and do something to this house. I also need to pick up my prescription because obviously I've got swelling there. I keep getting, I mean, it's not there at the moment, but I keep getting like itchy rashes over my neck, and I keep itching randomly over my body, which is obviously all hay fever. But this, I don't know if you can see, this here is so red, swollen, itchy. It feels like sandpaper. My eyelids are swollen. So I've been taking fexofenadine for the last so many years. Then last year, because I was originally put on a higher dose, which is the 180 milligrams. And then last year, the NHS stopped giving out hay fever medication because fexofenadine was also then put on prescription. I think it was last year, or it might have been the year before. But the doctor took me off 180 milligrams and put me on 120. Now, I've had hay fever since such a small child. I don't even know like how young I was, but very young. My body just becomes immune to any hay fever medication. So he's actually prescribed the 180 because when he took me off that last year, he said that apparently the 180 milligrams is for like rashes and hay fever. And I didn't need that strength. Well, I know my own body, I do, but anyway, I wouldn't prescribe it. But this year I have got rashes. I also need to get an inhaler as well because hay fever season this year has really been, well, I say this year, every year, really affects my chest. I feel like I'm kind of catching my breath a lot of the time, almost like I'm out of breath. So I need to get another inhaler. But anyway, I'm going to show you around the carnage now, a quick overview, and then I'm going to sort out my admin bits and drink my coffee. But yeah, let me show you around. Okay, this is where I was stood, so I thought I'd just stay here and just give like an overview. Can you just see? It's just absolute carnage, and then there's all this. So that bag is going to the rental because I've emptied drawers of food and yeah, bagged them up ready to go to Worcester. There was food in this one, but that one's all been taken out, and that's, I mean, I'll probably take a few tea towels out, but the rest will be bagged up for Worcester. This will all, sorry, not Worcester. Oh my gosh, I'm literally using the plot. Shipment. This will be shipped. Then everything in here, which I have tried sorting, I've put it into like bags. Not very well, I would say, but got cutlery will be going. A few bits there. I have got rid of pots and pans. I do not, when we move to America, I want to change certain things, so I'm not having anything with Teflon, nothing. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, that's so loud. Not having anything with Teflon at all, so I will bin that one soon. But yeah, got rid of a lot of things there. I also want to get rid of plastic items as well, so I want to really cut down on plastic for like jugs, reheating. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah, I want to cut down on plastics, Teflon coated things. I don't want any of it. It's that one. And then this one did have all of our food in, so all of this is to be shipped apart from the eggs and the saurine, obviously. But there's lots of storage container. Oh my god, it's literally getting louder. Hang on, let me just try shutting. Excuse the absolute state. Got so much to do. Right, that's a little better. Okay, so yeah, taken all of my lovely storage baskets. I think they're going to look so lovely in a pantry. I need to get more stocking up on tea bags. We have been told that we can take certain food items, clear containers, taking those. This is all packaged up, ready to go. And I've cleaned the drawers. I've literally just got to take out these bags, load them in the car. So I've done that. Pantry wise, and there's also another bag of like food. Pantry, so we've got all of these containers. They've all been washed. They've also all got these gel packs in that I get from work. We have them in most of the stuff that arrives, and we just bin them. So I've been slowly collecting an awful lot of them, and I've kind of put them in all the sealed containers. Food, that needs to be bagged up. That could probably be done today, actually. Got a few storage containers. Got this shelving thing. I don't know whether I'll take that or not, actually. I might do. It does literally just unclip, and it's on casters, so it'd be really easy to slide in and out. That might even get used in a laundry room or something like that. I have got a few bags, coat that is actually on Vinted, anyone interested. I've got a Jaws coat here that no longer fits me, and it was one of those ones that is, I don't know, like is it a sample? Yeah, I think a sample. So I will leave my Vinted account. It is actually on my main page. I have got a few things on Vinted, but yeah. And all of that food will be coming to Worcester with us. I've also cleaned out all of my spice jars. They are all completely cleaned out, apart from the chicken seasoning and the paprika, only because I use that a lot. Oregano and basil, they're obviously just ones that I can take to the next house. Cinnamon, things like that I can take, but obviously all of these will be shipped. And I also have 3 more boxes there. I bought quite a few. They were like, I think they were in Aldi, like in the sale for like $1.99 a box or something stupid like that. So I do like my herbs and spices, and I love the fact they've got these acacia lids. So I'm going to take those. So that is the pantry. We keep coats in here, and I do need to sort through this cupboard. I think although the rental is going to have a vacuum cleaner, I personally think we would take both our vacuum cleaners and sell them like just before we move, only because I personally like an upright. This one is amazing. This is a Shark one that we use just for the kitchen, like the hallway, the hard surfaces. It is pretty gross, but that gets used so much. So I prefer to keep my own vacuums and take them with us. As you can see, I've chucked away all the Teflon pans. I've only got this stainless steel one left. Probably take that. Well, in fact, probably take all of that actually. There. I do need to go through this one desperately. There's going to have to be a lot that needs to be emptied, cleaned out. So that could definitely be a job for today, because anything in a canister, yeah, it obviously can't transport like that. I need it empty, so I probably will do that today actually. These have all been cleaned out. I think I did show you that before. They're all completely cleaned out, again with the gel things in them. Need to sort through this, and then I also want to sort through this because I probably won't take half those glasses, the pink ones and the clear ones. I might just take into work actually. But yeah, I could do with sorting through that because I definitely don't want to take all of that. I don't really know what I'm going to do about things like this, because Okay, so I've got my Gran's toasty maker here. I might give that to Meg's actually, because that is going strong. I've literally had that. It is absolutely minging. It's discoloured, but that has got to be, I reckon, over 20 years old. And things like toaster and stuff, you know, like what do I do with it? I don't honestly have the answers to this. Obviously, none of it's going to be shit because it's UK plugs. But I might give the toasty maker to my daughter because I'm not sure she's even got one. Food. This, again, needs to be taken out. It needs to go in a bag. Medicines I need to sort out. Oh my God, why am I actually doing this? Why am I showing you around? Because I'm actually stressing myself out now, highlighting what I need to do. This needs sorting. Obviously they will empty it, but I need to work out if we're taking everything. Again, with the tool cupboard in here, which desperately needs a clean and a tidy. Everything on shelves, apart from like cat treats, is going. And I've emptied and washed up all of them. And then I don't have much left in here, but again, this needs taken out. I will take these with me. They're like pull out things. I will take those with me because things like that, you know, cost a fair bit. There is another cupboard there that's got cat food in. That needs sorting out. And then I have got these stools on Facebook, but do you know what? The one on the end is broke. But I'm now actually thinking, do we just take these 3? Because bar stools aren't that cheap. And maybe I just take them to just tide us over for a bit. So I'm thinking maybe we'll take those. Crap, like I said, everywhere, empty box. I'm still obviously trying to do washing loads. I've got, so all of these pillows, empty pillows, I'm actually vacuum packing. Just they take up way less room. And I've also been vacuum packing a few blankets. I've also done duvets, things like that. So yeah, this room also needs sorting out. And then we've got this is being collected tomorrow. And then I think all of this is going on the shipment. Do need to sort through these because my daughter very kindly just brought these down from her bedroom and then just dumped them, which is, you know, amazing. Yet another job for me. But yeah, that's that room. You see, I have vacuum packed the duvet, the blanket. I mustn't have sealed properly because that's come undone again. We've got shoes in there that need to go. I really need to sell that mirror, but I could maybe take that to the car boot, maybe. I got stuff on the stairs. I've just put that clean wash in there. I need to go through this bag. That is for my daughter. Living room. So again, I need to bag up things that are for my daughter all together. I've got pillows here ready to be vacuum packed. And yeah, bits of paperwork and stuff. As you can probably feel, it's very, very overwhelming and there is so much going on. No jabbers. You haven't had breakfast yet, mate. Don't go in Ethan's room. We've got this cupboard here. I think most of this, there will be some things that will be shipped. But yeah, I think say maybe 50-50 on all of this stuff. This will be shipped. Bedding. We are going to be using UK duvets. I know the whole thing in America is comforters and whatever they're called, but yeah, we want duvets, even if they're thin summer ones. This unit's going, but again, that all needs to be sorted out. Honestly, it's just ridiculous. There's just starting to stress out actually filming all of this. Still got my fan going in my room because I need to come up here and sort stuff, but I've got clothing bags and stuff underneath, stuff to give to my daughter. Yeah, it's a lot. And actually, me filming this and highlighting everything has actually made my head feel 1,000 times worse. Oh, it's just a realisation of how much I've got to do, which is incredibly scary actually. Now I have just filmed all of that. Yeah, I'm a tad bit scared now. Maybe it wasn't a good thing to film that. Oh, I'm only joking. Yeah, I'm going to crack on with some admin bits now and then need to start. I have written myself a list, so we'll see what can get done today. I've come upstairs to do a little bit of packing now. So I've got a suitcase out and I've also got a small suitcase, and I'm going to start filling it with stuff that I'm taking to our rental. As you can see, it is a mess everywhere. I'm going to crack on now and see how much I can get done. What I've packed so far. I've also got to pack summer and winter, so it's really kind of like hard working out, but yeah, I've put in things that I think that I wear quite a bit of in winter, also summer. I've packed a dressing gown. I've not done toiletries or anything like that. All of my makeup is now in there. I bought that the other day, so all my makeup is together. Just to say that this feels overwhelming is an understatement. Just look, the stuff, oh, just everywhere. I've got work tomorrow. It's Sunday today. I've got work tomorrow, and then I'm off from Tuesday. And the packing company are coming Wednesday, Thursday, so I've kind of got the whole of Tuesday really to sort out, but it's going to be a real push, I think, to get everything done, but we're going to have to. I'm joined by Bindi. Hello, Boosh. Mummy sneezing. You're wondering what on earth that noise is. I'm sorry. It's not helping. It's like 30 odd degrees as well, is it? You having a sweep? Oh, yes. You're having a sweepy sweep. You can tell she's not bothered by the move at all and what we are doing. Not bothered in the slightest. Good morning, everyone. It is now Wednesday the 25th of June, and it is day one of the removal team turning up this morning to start their 2-day process of boxing up all of our items. I feel a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie. It's really hard when I've got no real clue of what a 20-foot container looks like. Let me just turn the fan off. Yeah, I've got no real idea of what a 20-foot container is going to look like, or whether our things are going to fit in there. So I feel really apprehensive about that. I'm hoping they'll come in, have a look, and they will know it's all going to go in or it's not going to go in. I will flip the camera in a minute and I will take you around the house just to show you the house in its current state. We did an awful lot yesterday. So yesterday was my first sort of start of my leave. I work Monday, so we spent the whole day just stuck in, sorting things out. We've basically put everything that is going to the Worcester house in the garage now, just to separate it. It was my idea. The others have moaned, but I kind of feel that it works because I feel like we've separated everything that isn't being chipped. There are little bits around the house, like here and there, which, you know, we can get done hopefully this morning. But I'll walk you around the house now and just show you the kids. I've just woken up, so I'm not going to show you their rooms, but it is pretty bare. So yeah, I'll start in my bedroom. Okay, main bedroom. It probably does still look a little bit chaotic. I've got my duvet, which I slept on last night without a cover or sheet because I had all that wash last night, and I'm going to ask there. In fact, the sheet can't go on. I'm just thinking I've got a super king size sheet and both of these mattresses are single, so the sheet definitely can't go on. In regards to the duvet, I might just leave it off actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it off and just sleep how I have last night. It's not the comfiest, to be quite honest, but it's fine for one night. That bag is going to Worcester. I've got a little bag going there just with a clean t-shirt for tomorrow, underwear, bits like that really. I've got another bag down there which needs to go in the garage. I've also got this which needs to go in the garage, and then these bits. So yeah, there's not loads. Most of the drawers don't have much in it. I mean, I have really cleared through. There are certain bits still in. All of this is being shipped. There isn't much up here, to be honest with you, because I have just kind of like cleared it. My wardrobe isn't going to open properly now because I've got a bag down there. Some clothes left that aren't going to Worcester, and then a few more clothes down there. All of these are empty apart from a few at the other end. Another bag to go to Worcester. I've got my towel for tonight. Side tables are pretty much empty apart from that with a few things. Bathroom, anything basically with a sticker on is staying. So there are a few bits that have got stickers on. That obviously needs to go. That's kind of like toiletries, toothbrush, hand wash. I've kept flannel, a towel. All of this needs to stay in there because that will be going to Worcester. Oh, that's a bag of Vinted, which I'll take to Worcester, that needs to go on Vinted. Just haven't had a chance to do literally everything, so I'm going to have to carry on selling when we move. Yeah, a few bits in here. Most things are empty. A few bits to be able to have a bath tonight. Everything in that cupboard is being shipped, plus the cupboard. I've got my magnesium flakes for tonight. All of that's going. Then we've got like a few toiletry bits. That will obviously be coming to Worcester. Mirror is being shipped. We've got a clean towel. And then I've gone through this. We do have some toiletries that are being shipped, but they've said that that is okay. And then loads of bedding up there, which needs to be shipped because we are taking all of our duvets and things. That's just towels we're using at the moment. That is to go to my eldest daughter. Got cleaning products ready there and downstairs to do our big clean when everything's out. And then the living room, let's turn on a light. There's my sheet that was drying last night. That throw I'm going to just chuck in the bin. Do need to have a little bit of a tidy in here, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing, I think. And then my daughter had a brand new duvet arrive, so I need to get that in a vacuum pack bag and get that vacuum packed to go. But most of the things in here are actually being shipped. Just thought I'd mention as well, I had a really lovely company reach out to me who sent me these blow up beds. Now, I'm not sure we'll be using them or not yet, because if the guys can leave our mattresses at least tonight, then we won't need them. And we've actually got our rental now a little bit earlier, but they basically watched my last video and reached out and sent me a load of these air mattresses, which is just so kind. They've got easy built-in electric pump, which obviously inflates and deflates. Multi-layered, fast inflation and deflation. That is always really important. They've all come with carry bags, reinforced beams for stability. And yeah, I am so just thrilled. So that is the company, Airefina, I think. So yeah, we may end up using them tonight, or we may not. We're not sure. If we don't end up using them tonight, we're actually going to ship these. And I think they'd be perfect for, you know, I don't know if we need an extra bed for a guest. So they sent me out 3 doubles and 1 king. But yeah, just sort of give them a mention. I'll try and leave links below. But yeah, just, I don't know, just touched that they've watched my video and were thoughtful enough to think that we may be without beds. I thought that was just really lovely. So yeah, I think I definitely need to have a sort out. That over there is a load of stuff that I have already vacuum packed. I'm hoping that is okay to send it like that. I can see that a few have, I don't know, not stayed like it. So I am going to have to re-vacuum them and make sure that they're sealed properly. These, I'm just going to have to take them to Worcester and try and sell them there. They are the bioethanol fire for the fireplace. So yeah, they're probably going to have to go with us. There are bits in these drawers, not loads. I do have new handles for these drawers. So I think when we get to our next destination, I will replace them. But that one we've struggled because, I don't know, can't get the screw out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so yeah, I think most of that is going. Downstairs loo hasn't got much in it. There's my famous giant Christmas tree that is an absolute must, has to go. And then welcome to the absolute carnage of what is our, oh my gosh, kitchen, living, dining area. Wow. I mean, yeah, I can't wait for this stuff to start be loaded on the van for our house to actually look normal again. So basically, most of this stuff was in the garage. And then I made the decision to get everything in, and then anything that is for Worcester goes out in the garage, like I said before. So yeah, this is a lot of it. The loft, we've got clothes in suitcases and things like that. So there is a lot, but hopefully this all gets sorted very soon and we have a nice open space again, because yeah, it is absolute carnage at the moment. Utility, we obviously need to keep cat food and stuff out. Husband's still getting washing loads done. Yeah, I mean, Gracie is a bit of a scaredy cat still, from obviously having her from Cyprus. I am actually quite shocked that the last couple of days, especially Jasper, our black cat, and Gracie have not been like freaked out. Jasper, he does this weird thing. Oh, look at these two. Oh, brother and... Oh, I see. Brother and sister, one of them have killed something. Can you see just past where her head is, just past that, there is a dead animal that she's about to pick up. It's already dead, by the way. But this is what Bins does. It is disgusting. So that animal, I will just say, is dead. Where is she? But what she'll do now is she'll play with it. It's just so bizarre. Anyway, yeah, going back to the cats. So Gracie is obviously an absolute scaredy cat. Doesn't particularly like, change, quick movements, loud noises, anything like that. And then Jasper really hates any form of change, and he does this weird thing where, I don't even know where he is actually, where when he's stressed, he wheezes on things. But so far, he hasn't really done any of that. And I know that Grace is going to freak when they turn up because, like I said, she doesn't like strangers. But other than that, our cats have been quite chilled, which I'm quite shocked at. Look at these, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Yeah, both naughty cats. So yeah, hopefully it will stay like that. I do predict that Gracie will disappear when they get here. But anyway, I've got stuff to do. I think I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. I actually feel like my stomach's churning this morning. I feel, yeah. I'm going to fold up all of this and I think put it in the linen cupboard. Make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to sort out the living room because I am quite stressed about the living room actually. I know this looks a mess, but at least we know that this stuff is actually going. I've just noticed actually there's my mum's birthday present over there. So I need to make sure that that doesn't get put on the lorry. But yeah, I want to document this because I just want to look back and see how stressful and crazy things were. But I'm sure it's all gonna turn out absolutely fine. It's just a bit of a mess at the moment, bit of carnage, but we'll get there. So I'll quickly show you the garage. So this is everything's going to Worcester, which is freaking me out a little bit because it's a lot. And obviously when we move, we can only take suitcases. But we've got suitcases here, food, bits and bobs, a lot. Removals have just arrived. And I'm really hoping that that is not a 20 foot because that is teeny tiny. Right, I've just spoken to the removal men and they think that they're going to get it all in. Said they'll have a better idea by the end of today. I am stressing that it's all going to go in because there's a few pieces of furniture that can't be dismantled, and obviously that takes up cubic feet. Fingers crossed it all fits in. But yeah, it seems to be going like, I don't know, fairly easy at the moment. Hopefully it remains that way. Now 1 o'clock, just gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they've done loads already. The kitchen is nearly finished, nearly. I've just switched out the utility, cleared the cupboards, cleaned up and stuff like that, so that it's easier for them. But yeah, so far it's going really well. It feels fairly stressless, to be honest with you, which is just really nice. It's quite breezy today, but oh my gosh, it's like when you start doing stuff, it's quite warm, and I do feel sorry for them. They must be absolutely boiling. And I've offered drinks a couple of times and neone's chosen to have a drink, but yeah, so far it's going well. And obviously we're only 1 o'clock in, and they got here, probably got started about 10:30, 11 o'clock, once they'd done like a tour of the house and we'd gone through everything. So yeah, 2 hours and they've done loads already. A little update as well, I think we are literally just about to exchange on our house. We've just got the call and we had an email to authorise the exchange through our solicitor. So yeah, hopefully any minute we will exchange on our house. But obviously I'll give you an update. But yeah, so far it's going really well. The team are incredible, so friendly, so polite. There's 3 guys, so there's 1 upstairs and then there's 2 downstairs, because there is a lot more stuff downstairs. But yeah, going really well so far. And I don't know, no sadness yet. I don't think it's going to hit me just yet. But we're going to obviously have this house empty for quite a while after we've moved out. And I think then it's going to hit home and feel quite sad. But at the moment, I'm okay. Right, I'm going to show you around the house now. This is the end of day 1 of the packing. So this is the living room. Got all the pictures down. Oh my God, it looks so bare. I've done loads, to be fair. So that's that. And then everything that was everywhere in the kitchen is now boxed up. All the pictures down and everything. Everything empty. And then got the utility. That's all going, because it's like, well, not going, actually we use it first of all to clean the place, but then it'll be going. Take you upstairs. All packaged up. Let me just make sure you're not smug. I think that's better. All packaged up. They've left us beds to sleep on tonight, which is very helpful. Loads of like toiletries and stuff, but that's, like I said, is going. Oh my God, it's echoey. It's all echoey. Bedding, duvet covers and things like that will be going on the lorry tomorrow. Got some towels left there for tonight, and then they've said that they're going to do that tomorrow, but all of that is now empty. And then my daughter's room, all boxed up. Like I said, she got her bed for tonight. Now, these lights, we were going to try and attempt to take them down, but they are just going to mark the walls so badly, and we just don't have the time to paint. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave those up for our buyer. And then my room, love them. They accidentally packed my pillows and like PJs and stuff for tomorrow. Love them. Although I had said obviously to not pack it. He accidentally did, which is fine, but love them. They end up opening about 3 boxes to find my stuff because I want to take that pillow with me. And that is my piercing pillow that I sleep with every night. It's amazing. It's got piercings, and yeah, deodorant and stuff like that to be able to have a shower. All of this is empty. Fan is going to the Worcester house. All empty in there. All the boxes empty. I'm going to leave those units in because when we moved in, they had to actually remove the wardrobe doors to be able to get those boxes in, and I'm not prepared to do that. So they are going to stay. And they're all empty. That's all empty up there. TV is going to the Worcester house for a little bit, and then I think my brother-in-law is having it. And then bathroom is got all of our kind of toiletries in here, so they've just left that obviously, and I've got my toothbrush and stuff. As you can see, I've put labels on everything to help them know what is staying, and I think it has actually been quite helpful for them. They put down all this plastic flooring everywhere to protect our floors. Honestly, I've actually emailed the company that we're using just to say how amazing his team is and like how hard they've worked and how polite they are. Yeah, honestly, I can't fault them. An amazing, amazing team, so professional and such hard working. They're coming tomorrow at about 8 in the morning and they think they're going to be gone by about 11, which is just mental. They don't really have that much to do. They do have like beds to dismantle, and there'll probably be like our bedding and things left to package up, but apart from that there isn't that much left to do. I don't know, I am starting to feel a little bit sad now. Just looking around my room, I love all like my black walls and everything, but can I have that again? It's only paint. But yeah, it's a bit sad. It's all empty now and it's going to feel even worse tomorrow with no furniture in. Our neighbours came round earlier and said to pop round for a drink later, which is so lovely. They are an older couple and they're just adorable and I'm going to really miss them. I can't really ever say we've had neighbours that have been as amazing as them, so that's going to be quite hard as well. But yeah, I will probably catch up with you now in the morning when the team are back. I've got to be up really early in the morning and out of the house quite early actually. I've just rung the vets and our black cat Jasper is going to go to the vets tomorrow morning. I am so hoping it's not like any like serious bad news. He's lost quite a bit of weight really over the last few weeks and he's limping now, and yeah, just want to get him checked out, make sure that he's okay. So I'm really hoping that everything is all right with him, and yeah, it does make me nervous. But I'm going to take him with my daughter at 8:15 in the morning and then yeah, come back and just hoping that we can round up the cats. Gracie showed her face about midday and then she disappeared and not seen her since. The other 3 cats, absolutely fine. But yeah, Gracie has just disappeared as I thought she would. But obviously, if we want to be going over to Worcester tomorrow, we kind of need her in the house. So I don't know how that's going to go. But I'll catch up with you in the morning. Got one scared putty cat about to go vets. The Asbers. You sissy boy, I know. Gonna go in now, find out what's wrong with you, okay? Good morning, everyone. I think I left you last. We were boxing up and second day of removals. We've now moved out. We moved out yesterday afternoon. Yeah, we left, I don't know, we probably left just before 2:30 in the afternoon because we had the keys to the rental from 3:00. We hired a van in the end because we soon realised there's no way that we could have moved everything in the car. If you can hear a bird, I've got the window open because, in fact, let's just back up a minute. I can't even believe I haven't addressed the elephant in the room. This hot, sweaty, disgusting state. I mean, this is how life is at the moment. I can't even remember the last time I washed my hair. And we've literally just finished cleaning the whole house, and to say I am a sweaty mess is an understatement. So I do apologise that for however long you've got to look at this disgusting sweaty face with a sweaty tash. I'm drinking Pepsi Max as well. I don't ever drink Coke. But in the middle of the night last night, I developed, well, not in the middle of the night, no, that's wrong. It was probably, 4:30 in the morning. I developed a migraine this morning, which I took my emergency meds. It went and it's coming back because I have my hair up on the top of my head because obviously we've been cleaning and I'm so hot. So I've just taken it down and put it in a plait now. So I've probably overshot the mark now, and this migraine is just gonna get bigger and bigger. I'm just gonna open the window a little bit more because it is absolutely roasting today, although there is quite a nice breeze. So yes, we moved over yesterday afternoon, hired a van. We completely unloaded that van, which was quite scary actually, because we completely filled a transit van. And I was freaking out a little bit because obviously when we move out of there, we will only be able to take suitcases. But I just need to remind myself that there are shed loads of cleaning products in there. There was cat litter trays, food items out of all the cupboards. Still got a fridge and a freezer with stuff in, thankfully not loads. But yeah, the transit van was completely full, which is a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I just need to keep reminding myself that loads of that stuff, I think we just need to be either a little bit more savvy, but then it's going to be quite hard because our plan is that once we get our visas, our plan is that we'd like to be gone within 2 weeks, just tying up loose ends, and we've kind of said 2 weeks. But I suppose food items I can give to my eldest daughter, cleaning items I can give to her. So I suppose it's maybe not as bad as I think. It just felt a lot when I saw it in the transit van, and that transit van was completely full and my car was full. But also, I suppose, saying that, my car mainly contained cats. So I had 3 of the cats in my car. I had Jasper, and then Isla sat in the middle, and the 2 girls were in either side of Isla, and then my husband and son were in the transit van. Sorry, got itchy eye. And Louis, the male, who normally makes shed loads of noise and is normally Houdini, and can escape from any cat box. He went in the middle of my son and Jonah. And we actually, I don't know why we've never thought about this, we actually put him yesterday in Grace's flight crate, which, you know, you can't get out of them basically. Obviously they are kind of like watertight. You can't have a cat jumping out when it's like on a runway, can you? So yeah, we put him in there, and I think he soon realised actually he couldn't get out. So he kind of calmed down and was absolutely fine. But the reason why we put him in there is because he's pretty vocal when we put him in the car, and we didn't want him upsetting the other cars. So I'm gonna have to go lower, but I mean, now I just look like head and shoulders, but you know what, it is what it is. Seriously, can you see the scratch? I'm going to show you my leg as well. I got scratch to smithereens. Where is it? There, can you see? And I've got scratches on my arms as well. That was actually from Gracie. She scratched the buggery out of me. She went absolutely mental, but I just had to be really firm and get her in that box because we trapped her in Ethan's room. And actually she was the one that I was most worried about, because the day before when the removal guys arrived, she just vanished, which is quite normal for her if there's somebody in the house that she doesn't like know. So when she came in yesterday, after removal guys had gone, we were like, right, that cat flap is being blocked off. All the windows need to be shut. We just wanted her contained in the house, because I just didn't want to go to Worcester and not take her, because that, no, I couldn't have done that. Well, if that had happened, then it would have happened, but I just didn't want that. It would have been upsetting, especially to Isla. A little bit of an update on Jasper. He went to the vets yesterday because we've noticed that he's lost quite a bit of weight just recently, and he was also limping. So took him to the vets. That was yesterday morning for 8:30, I think it was, or no, was it 8:30 or 8:15 in the morning? 8:15, that was it. Took him to the vets, and she weighed him, and he's basically lost a whole kilo, which is a lot. He's always been a big cat. His brother, who we don't have, but Jonah's friend who he used to work with has his brother, and that's who we got Jasper from. He's quite big as well, so quite a long body, and I suppose like quite a stocky build naturally. But she showed me on the graph as well that he'd literally nosedived since March. So since March of this year, bear in mind we're only in June, end of June, he's lost a whole kilo. So she was a little bit worried about that. Took him to the vets, and he didn't bloody limp when we went to the vets. That is just typical, isn't it? Didn't limp at all. She thinks that he may have like the start of arthritis. She did kind of like, you know, test some of his joints. He didn't particularly want her to, but she did that. And then I think like my biggest concern was the big C. And she didn't say that. She said that she thought he had developed an overactive thyroid, and I think she still thinks that he's got an overactive thyroid, or the start of it. So anyway, she said to do some bloods. I explained that we were moving out today. So she said, right, let's get some bloods done. She rang me later on that afternoon, which was really good actually, because she said it would either be the end of yesterday or tomorrow, and she probably rang me just after midday, so that was really quick. Anyway, she rang me and she was like, right, all of his blood tests have come back, and I was just like, oh my God. I was so nervous of what she was going to say. And she said, I'm a little bit baffled, to be honest with you. She said, because all of his results have come back fine. So she said, I'm a little bit confused. She said, the only thing that did come back a little bit higher was it his sugar levels? Anyway, she thinks that he may have a very early start of an overactive thyroid gland. What she's told us to do, which is absolutely like laughable, because, you know, they have said a few occasions with Jasper, oh, it wouldn't help, you know, hurt for him to lose like a few pounds, and they've laughed and said, oh, it'd be nice to see his waist. Obviously now he's lost a whole kilo. Now she said to us, for the next 2 weeks, try fattening him up. And she basically wants to see how well he puts weight back on and whether he does put weight. I explained to her that my husband's been away for like 5 weeks, only coming back on weekends. And I've also said that, you know, for quite a while our house has been a little bit of a mess with moving and stuff. So I said, you know, I'm not sure whether it's maybe stress related. What Jasper normally does when he's stressed is he wheezes on things. And I said that to the vet, and I didn't actually know this. She said to me that actually that's really normal for a cat. When they're stressed, they will pee on things. It's just like a stress thing. And weirdly, not that we know of, and normally you can smell cats wee, he hasn't done that. So whether he's just been stressed in a different way, I don't know. She's basically said, obviously we've just moved, we need to register with another vet's because we can't drive him 45 minutes to a vet's appointment. It's not fair on him. So she said to leave it those 2 weeks, see whether he gains any weight. And then she said what we could do then is that there is another blood test they can do, which is more in depth for thyroid. And she also said that they could take a urine sample just to see, you know, if there's anything else going on. And she also said they could do like a scan to see inside, like, you know, in his gut, see whether there's anything going on there. So yeah, I think we're going to play it by ear, try fatten him up over the next 2 weeks. Obviously we've just settled in, or we're just settling into a house. To be honest with you though, he and Louis were so chilled, like so chilled yesterday. Louis was just chilling on the middle step. I say middle step, the middle floor, sorry, because it's 3 floors. He was just chilling. Jasper was in Ethan's room. We had all the fans blazing. He was just chilling on his like favourite fleecy blanket. The girls, however, didn't take to it well at all. They both, how they managed to do it, I do not know, but they basically got, oh gosh, I'm moving again. They basically got under Ethan's bed, and his bed is, I will show you, I will do a house tour. His bed is really low to the ground, and they basically found like a little nook and cranny at the back of the bed. How they got in, I don't know, because last night they were then almost, they weren't trapped because they could have got out, but they were essentially stuck under the bed. They couldn't work out how they got in there, and we had to end up trying to get them out through the middle of the slats. So it was an absolute nightmare. They both seem fine so far. One cat has used the litter tray and had a wee in it. I don't know which one. We have had Isla ring us this morning that Louis has pooed on the middle floor on the landing. So love her. She was crying because she just, didn't want to clean up at all. Anyway, she's cleaned up as much as she can. And then I've just finished. Well, this house now is completely clean. It's vacuumed, polished, clean to an inch of its life. The only thing that I've not yet done is cleaned out the fridge. but because there's still stuff in the fridge. I have also carpet cleaned every single room. Now, I really don't believe that many people do this when they vacate a rental or an owned home. But yeah, me and my husband couldn't leave it like that. We've wanted to leave it immaculate. It probably will be dusty by the time they get back in, because this house is quite a dusty house actually. But we've done everything we can. And then what I'm going to do is, my husband's now at the tip. A car absolutely rammed with the last bits of rubbish. And then we're going to take the carpet cleaner over, and I'm obviously going to clean up the mess that Louis has made. I also got my daughter to pick him up, and my son, and I've said repeatedly, keep taking him back to the litter tray. They've used litter trays every time we've moved house, but this morning was the first time Louis had ventured down onto the first floor, unless he had in the middle of the night, but I really don't believe that. He's kind of stayed on the middle and the top floor with me. And then there's a few bits in the house, like I did message open rent this morning. I've taken photos. My daughter, out of her bedroom, has got sort of almost like a balcony, but it's not a door, it's a window, so you'd have to get out of the window, but it's almost a bit of a balcony. There's a dirty pair of boxers, like why, on the landing, on this like little bit outside of a window. I was sat on the stairs last night talking to my husband, so I was eye level of the top step, and I could see hair. I cannot wait to vacuum that house. The rug in the main living room is pretty dirty, so I'm going to get my carpet cleaner on that. Then last night I moved my side table of the bed slightly across, because there's like a fan, a small water fan on there. And there I found fake eyelashes down the side. So it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not filthy. It's not filthy at all, but it is not the greatest. So open rent did, and the grass is really, really, really high in the back garden. Not that we're going to be using the back garden loads, but it's really high. And I think there's access to the side gate from there. Well, it's just really long. So anyway, they're sending somebody out to cut the grass. They did offer to send somebody out to clean the house, but I do feel that me and my husband have quite high standards of cleanliness, and I just prefer to do it myself, honestly. And it's good practice. Good practice for when we own this cleaning business. We've still not exchanged. My husband is just about, he's ringing the solicitor on the way to the tip. Our solicitor is literally peeing everybody off in the chain now, like really peeing people off. I don't know what he's playing at, to be quite honest. I really don't, but he is pants. So my husband rang this morning because we want to exchange today. Like, it's Friday and then we're going to another week, and everyone is getting quite twitchy in the chain. And then my husband rang the solicitor this morning. He's off this morning, he won't be until lunchtime. Right? Well, I thought solicitors normally, I don't know, I might have this wrong. I always thought solicitors finish early on a Friday. He better not, because he started late. And we were promised a phone call back, because basically you have to ring through and almost make an appointment with him, which is absolutely ridiculous. Whatever. So my husband's rung because he still hasn't rung, and we just want a bloody exchange. Like, it's ridiculous now. We're already not completing until the 7th because somebody in the chain couldn't until the 7th. Yeah, I know you're probably all watching this thinking, bloody hell, you're taking risks moving out of your home because it could all fall through. Yeah, we know we are. But our international removals were booked. I didn't want to mess them around because he'd already booked out men for the moving. We'd obviously booked the rental, and I didn't want to mess anyone around. I really didn't want to mess anyone around anymore. So we left it as it was, and obviously we have moved out, and I'm not regretting it, because it just got to a point that this house felt really intense. Like the chaos and the mess we've been living in, it just got too much for me. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't having like meltdowns or anything, but I just felt absolutely sick of it. I really did. Worcester is still a work in progress, let's say that. As soon as my husband gets back from the tip, we are going to empty the fridge, load up the car and get back to Worcester. My husband was meant to be taking his works car over to Worcester, but he's gone and forgotten the keys, and he's forgotten my son's keys. So we can now only take the Tesla back over, which, oh my God, is a nightmare, but there's not a lot we can do about it now. The keys are forgotten. The car charger's still in here. That's been taken out on the 3rd of July, I think. We've just charged the car till nearly full. And then when he gets back from the tip, we'll obviously put it on another boost charge. And then what I'm going to have to do is every time I go back to Worcester, I'm just going to have to put it back on charge, because apparently through a plug system, it's going to take, I don't know, I think it's going to gain like, oh, do you know what? My head is actually so shot to pieces. Is it 1 mile? No, 9 to 10 miles, I think, every hour. Yeah, I think it gains 9 to 10 miles every hour. We'll have to see. That's what Google is saying. We'll have to see. I think I am going to be able to charge it there. The Tesla does come with a 3-pin plug. I just don't know yet if the cable is going to be long enough. Oh, actually, my husband did say that he thinks there's a outdoor plug, so we wouldn't have to run it in the house. So we might be okay. And then it'll have to go over the wall, and I'll park closest to the wall. And then my husband and my son, there are parking spaces, but the parking spaces are actually really tight. And we do have a parking space right outside the house. So we might have to use one of those. I park really close to the wall, and then another car is on the drive, probably my husband's actually. So yeah, that's that. So when he gets back, we're going to load up the car again. We need to go to B&M. I don't have a mirror in my bathroom or above the sink, so I do have a mirror that the shipping guys accidentally forgot to take, but they were amazing, literally amazing. And to be fair, they did tell me to go round at the end and have a look to make sure that everything had been packed up, and I came back and said yeah, so it's my fault, not theirs. They forgot 2 picture frames behind the front door, but to be fair, the front door was open the whole time they were here. And then they forgot the bathroom mirror. Not a biggie, but anyway, I am going to go to B&M. There's a few things we need. We need cat food, probably some bin bags, or we need more cat litter, because we've actually put out 2 litter trays, 2 litter boxes in the utility, but we had to put only 1 bag of litter in each, and it's not quite enough. So we need to get more cat litter, more cat food. I'm going to get some of those like heavy duty, like stick on hooks that I'm hoping will hold, and obviously I can remove it when we move, above my sink in my bathroom. And I know you can get heavy duty ones that like hold like a couple of kilogram, I think. So I'm going to look for one of those, maybe some other bits, I don't know, but we'll have a look round. Well, not we, but as in me and my husband. And yeah, I'll walk around in a minute and just show you the house completely empty because I want it for my memories as well. I do feel really sad. It is, yeah, really sad. But, and you know what? Last night, the rental, oh my gosh. I was led in bed because I ended up going to bed, I don't know, quite early because, well, actually, no, I'm saying that migraine started nearly as it didn't. I went to sleep with it. So basically last night, we just ended up grabbing a McDonald's because there was nowhere else cooking and it was really late. The McDonald's was the worst McDonald's I've ever had. The chips tasted like they had been sat around for a few hours. They just tasted absolutely stale. No crunch to them at all. And not long after I ate it, so I had a McChicken sandwich meal with fries and I had a strawberry milkshake. All those things I've had before, but within about, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes after eating it, I developed migraine. And at that point, it wasn't that awful. And then I went up to bed. We still had food shopping being delivered last night at, like, stupidly, I said between 9 and 10. And I did that just because I didn't really have any clue of exactly how long we were going to be. And I didn't want it turning up and us not to be there. But I went up to bed and I physically couldn't stay awake. My husband came up and I was drifting off. So I had the start of that migraine then, actually, and I went to bed. Sometimes I can sleep a migraine off, but yeah, I woke up at I'm sure it was 4:30, 5, something like that. Full blown migraine, really painful. So I got up and I took my emergency meds and then I went and led back into bed, but it was so painful. I just couldn't go back to sleep. And then I had to drive, obviously, here, which I'm not even meant to drive on those tablets. And I felt really, really ropey this morning, really ropey. But we needed to come over, and obviously the van had to be back for 8 a.m. And my husband, I say he wouldn't have had any way of getting back, but he actually would have, because he could have driven his car back. Anyway, I'm not going to leave him to do all the cleaning by himself. So we both ended up coming back, but like I said, I really shouldn't have drove the car. I didn't obviously feel sleepy or anything like that. It just felt really rough. And then, I don't know, I was getting so hot cleaning, I put my hair up in a top bun, which, to be honest, is never really good for me. It always gives me a headache. But anyway, it's triggered the same migraine that I had last night and this morning. But I've just had a bit of that Pepsi Max. I feel a little bit better, actually. But yeah, there was a moment last night that I laid in bed and for literally, it only lasted 2 seconds. I just thought, oh my God, what are we doing? But I just think when I get those times, I just need to ground myself and remember why we're doing this and what the end goal is. So I just need to keep telling myself. The rental property, like I said, it was pretty grim. We are going to go back now. There's certain rooms that don't have, it's not really a lot of storage. So my son has got a big chest of drawers in his room, which is random because no other room has it. Isla's room doesn't have any drawers. I don't think she has, or does she have a hanging rail? I can't remember if she does or not. And then my room has got a hanging rail, but I've got no drawers apart from 2 sets of drawers either side the bed, which I've just put socks and underwear in those and a few other bits, but there isn't a lot of room. I do have 2 drawers underneath the sink in the ensuite, and you wait till you see the ensuite. It is amazing, but I'm going to save the tour of the new house for the next video, because I want to kind of keep you all in suspense, and there's things that I need to do. I want to try and sort it out more, clean it, blah, blah, blah. I just want to clean it to my standards because it's somewhere we're going to be living. And last night, I honestly didn't even want to put my feet down on that rug. It's just, yeah, it's a lovely rug. But why would you put in a cream rug in, I mean, open rent is a bit like Airbnb. Why would you do that? It's fully furnished. Why would you put in a cream rug? I personally wouldn't, but hey ho. Sorry, I keep sniffing, still suffering from hay fever. I want to get all the house sorted, everything put away. I think we're going to take over a chest of drawers that is in the garage at the moment that we were meant to be. Well, we tried selling it. No one wanted it. Well, in fact, no, lots of people wanted it, but they only wanted it to ask, was it available? Then as soon as I said, yeah, nobody wanted it. So I think we're going to take that over. So Isla's actually got a chest of drawers because she was quite stressed last night. Obviously, in the new house, she's going to probably have, I say the new house, Florida house, she's going to have the nicest room, the bigger of the rooms, and if it's got an ensuite, she'll be having that. And Ethan had a point, you know, I want the nicer room in the rental. So he's got a nice super king size bed. She's got 2 singles. She has pushed them together. She didn't like that mattress. I've touched on this before, but Isla does have a lot of sensory issues. We are very close to her having an autism assessment done. There are lots of issues there. So Jonah popped out yesterday to the local shop to get some water because we literally had nothing. And in that time, she had removed the mattress off her bed. She'd got a mattress that we've taken over that's only about that thick, that was on the like IKEA sofa bed. It was actually a spare one we had. And she'd taken that and she'd put it on her bed. But as long as she's happy, I don't care. My husband's sleeping in the living room, which I know probably to a lot of you might be utter madness, but obviously at the moment I've got hay fever. I snore even worse than what I normally do. And for quality of life for both of us, he is sleeping in the living room. And yeah, apparently I snore really, really bad. But I can't breathe. So I do have an excuse. So yeah, so basically I will show you, it's got a separate living room and then it's got an open plan kitchen living area. So yeah, he's sleeping in the living room. So her bed that she took, her mattress, that she took off her bed, he's sleeping on, obviously his choice. He needs to sleep just as much as me. And then Ethan's in the room that's got the super king. Isla's got the room with 2 singles on the middle floor. And then on the top floor is my room with a nice super king size bed, which obviously I'm used to, although I don't take up even half of the bed. And I've got the most amazing ensuite. So you wait till you see it. Anyway, I feel like I've waffled loads now, but I know that a lot of you love a chatty vlog and love me giving you updates, and I actually really enjoy it. It's probably one of my favourite things now. It's just sit down and have a chat with all of you and let you know what's going on. I want to keep you in the loop as much as possible. Hopefully we will exchange today. Hopefully I'll find out from my husband when he gets back from the tip. And then we know that bit is done. Like I said, the charger is being taken out, I think, on the 3rd. So we will have to come over here on the 3rd. And we'll have to come over to get more stuff because it's not going to all fit in my car. Exciting times. Cats are settling in nicely, thankfully. Okay, I was literally just going to pick up this camera and just walk around the house now and show you. But both my legs are completely asleep. And I'm also now going really lightheaded, because I tried getting up too quick. So I'm just going to give myself a couple of minutes to get the feeling back in my legs and not feel lightheaded. And I'm going to show you around our empty house that has brought us so much happiness and laughter and enjoyment over the time we've been here.
And this house will always be special to me because I always felt like it was my mum and dad's input, especially my dad's input on us buying this house. We had to increase our mortgage by £100,000 to move to this house. It was a big decision, especially at our time of lives, increasing our mortgage by so much. And it wasn't an easy decision, something that especially me, who is probably the more sensible one, money-wise, thought about so much and if we were doing the right thing. But yeah, this house just brought us, oh my gosh, did you see that on camera? So this flew in the window a minute ago and it landed to the right and it caught my eye, and now it's literally just flown over me. I don't know if that's gonna... It's literally just flown over me and landed right there. Now I know it's not a white feather, but it's still white, fluffy, and a bit like a feather. I think, to me, that feels like my dad's way of saying hello. Right, empty living room. There is a printer over there, but we will probably come over and get that another time. It really is not vital we take that today. I have left. I was going to sell them because I paid a lot. I've left some bioethanol fuel in there, and there's also, I think, another box in the garage. But, you know, I've been nice. I've left it. I should have sold it. It's my own fault. But anyway, I've left it. Doesn't a house and a room feel so different? Like, the beds got taken out yesterday and Ethan even said, oh my God, these bedrooms look so tiny. I mean, I'd say the living room looks bigger, but not everyone has their furniture like we had it. I think the way we had our furniture did make the room look smaller, but we always wanted a cozy feel. So yeah, obviously we chose to have the sofas like we did. I have vacuumed and cleaned all the carpets, like I said earlier. There are marks, but you know what? This house has been lived in. It's going to happen, isn't it? I've got, you know, every possible mark I could off and cleaned everywhere. Downstairs low, everything has been cleaned. And then we've got a bit of chaos here, some cleaning products. We're going to take those boxes over because we think they're coming handy, especially for Isla to put stuff in her room. I've got that suitcase there that actually arrived today. I mean, I talk about luck. I actually feel like I've had two sets of luck. Yesterday, the day before, my Laradoute linen bedding arrived. I've invested in some really lush linen bedding that I've wanted for ages. So that arrived the day before. That's managed to go on the lorry. And then this arrived this morning while we were here. And yeah, I basically did an order and I got this free. But it was the last thing to be shipped because I got a few things free. Ironically, that order is actually going back. But anyway, I've got that for free. So that's full of hangers because there are barely any hangers at this rental. Yeah, we've got a few bits. Oh, God, that was meant to go to the tip. Poop. Oh, that was meant to go to the tip. Okay. Might have to think about that one. Have still got bags lying around. Oh my gosh, I'm echoey. We've got a box over here that is completely full of stuff. I mean, I have no clue where this stuff's going to go. I mean, I think mainly cleaning stuff, to be fair. So, and I will use that. I have left a little bit of cleaning stuff as well. kettle. I don't know what to do about the kettle. I might see whether my daughter wants it. It's actually, well, probably never admit to my husband, but that was an expensive kettle. It was about 80 quid, which I know is a lot of money, but it was like a treat to myself. I just absolutely love the shape. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably leave that for now, to be honest with you, and see if my daughter wants it. We're not going to be able to take, literally everything over today, but this isn't the last time we will be coming here. I need to take that stool as well, because in the new house, we've got these really high, they're not like rectangular. Well, they are rectangular, but like turned the other way. So they're like long and thin, but they're like really high up, and I'm struggling to reach. So I'm going to take that, because actually let me just fold it up now and put it out ready, because I'm going to really need that to get to the back of the cupboards. I can get in the cupboards, but not to the actual back of the cupboards. Utility is all lovely and clean. I've left all of our reed diffusers everywhere, because I personally just think it would be stupid to try transporting them. I'm not willing to have spilt oil in my car. So I've left lots around the house. I've also left them a little hand soap bottle. I'm not going to take that to the rental. Make sure that's shut, actually. No, it's unlocked. That's because it was used this morning. We had our friend out who is a plumber this morning, because we had a blockage in the downstairs loo, but the blockage wasn't in the loo, it was like further down. So yeah, we had a plumber come out. Let me just make sure there's nothing. No. Had a plumber come out this morning who has fixed all of that, because yeah, I wouldn't have left that for them. It wouldn't have been fair. So paid a plumber to do that. Oh my gosh, it's so echoey. This is just so sad. Honestly, I remember coming to this house and never, ever, ever in my wildest dreams did I ever think that we would have owned a house like this, ever. I remember, because we went into like a model home of this one around the corner. And I remember walking in through the front door. It's literally just around the corner. Walked in through the front door. I'll do it for you now. Got to this part, just thought, yeah, looks like a kitchen. And I remember walking in and just saying, wow. Like, wow. And just how, just beautiful and stunning it felt. And I can still feel those feelings now, which does make me feel, when I think about those feelings, it makes me feel really, really, really sad. But it's just life, isn't it? It's life that, oh gosh, I forgot about that. That needs sorting out. Poop. Oh, poop. Okay, I'm going to leave that open because I need to do that. Yeah, it's just life, isn't it? That when one door closes, another one opens. And that's just life, We are hopefully moving on to, I don't know, you want to call it bigger and better? It's not bigger and better, but you know what I mean. A new chapter in our life. And I'm really, really, really excited about it. I am, something so simple that I think I'm going to really miss is pegging my washing out, because people don't really do that in Florida, and having your windows open, because people don't really do that in Florida either. You've got aircon in your homes. And don't get me wrong, like, I am an aircon girly. I cannot wait to have aircon in my home. But sometimes there's nothing quite like having fresh air in your home. but a lot of the time it's so stifling out there, it technically isn't fresh air. But yeah, that bit will be sad. And I love every summer having washing on the line outside and it just having that outdoor aired smell, which not going to have anymore. But you know, can't have it all, can you? What a beautiful sunny blue sky day. Absolutely beautiful. I think I could hear the owl as well. Such a lovely day to be leaving on. Not raining or miserable. Sad. Really, really, really sad. I'm definitely going to miss my American fridge freezer as well. We don't have an ice machine at the rental, so thankfully I did buy ice on the food shopping. But it's a very small fridge freezer, and obviously been used to a big one, but I'm just going to have to try shopping a little bit differently. So sad. Okay, let's go upstairs. All clean again. So my bedroom in the rental doesn't have a TV. And my sister and brother-in-law are going to have this TV. It's like a Sky TV. But I'm going to keep it in the rental for a couple of months, just so I can have a TV upstairs. We've also got that table that we've been taking to the car boot. So I'm thinking that maybe it can go on there. I just want a TV in my room. You know, I watch TV in my room a lot. And I love chilling out of an evening, especially watching Love Island. Loving my Love Island at the moment. You have to let me know if any of you guys watch it. I love Love Island. Son's room. He has got quite a few marks on his wall, which I think is from a candle. I did try getting it off, but it won't come off. But yeah, his room, my room, oh my God, my room looks piddly. How on earth was there a Super King in there? I mean, it was really tight in here for room, really tight. I remember the chest of drawers being here and I'd have to go along like that to get to the windowsill to open the blind. And my new bedroom at the rental is massive. And I'm so excited about that. So excited. But yeah, all clean. Empty. I probably shouldn't have my shoes on, actually. I have cleaned the carpets. It's a bit stupid, isn't it? But I've got them on now. A bit late. En suite, sparkling clean. I mean, can we just get a little bit of appreciation? We're about to be owners of a cleaning business in Florida. I am setting standards high. We were saying, we don't want customers ever complaining. I want really, really high standards. I'm very, very OCD. My friends will say I'm OCD about things. Gotta have shiny taps. Let's just take that loo roll off and downstairs. Yeah, I'd like to think that when we've got our cleaning company, we will set the bar really high and have high standards. I am really going to miss this room. I just love black, and we'll definitely be seeing black in the next house, 1000%. Another sparkling bathroom. Look at the shine on that glass door. Aren't I sad? Super sad. I am really glad though that my husband's gone to the tip and I've got this time in this house by myself just to look around and reflect. This room really needs painting. I tell you what, like there's stains. There's a stain there I can't get out. I've gone over and over and over with the carpet cleaner. I'm having serious words with my kids because we are not having another house like this. Like the marks everywhere. Just kids are a bloody nightmare. That's where our wardrobe was, all gone. Again, marks. So you know what that mark is. Empty cupboards. And then finally, spare room. Which, look, can you see the sun bleaching? How bad is that? Because the bed was there and then all of this was open to the sunlight. That's so bad. I didn't even know the sun could do that. This was never really an awful size for a fourth bedroom. As it goes for the UK, fairly decent size. Left all the light fittings as well for them. I don't know if they want them, but one up there as well. And I've left mine. Sometimes I think there's nothing worse than moving into like bare bulbs. So hopefully it'll be nice moving in. And I really hope you've enjoyed this moving vlog and sharing memories with me. I wanted to do this purely for my own memories. I want to look back on this. The good, the bad, the ugly, you know, times when it has been stressful. I wanted to document all of it. Not only to maybe help somebody else who's going through this process, but also for my own memories. I really want to look back. This is such a huge time in our lives. You know, the amount of response I have when we tell people what we're doing and they say, oh my gosh, you're so brave. I don't see it necessarily as brave, risky, maybe. Maybe it is brave, I don't know. But yeah, I just want to document it and also share all this with you, you know. I feel like I've built up such a lush community on YouTube, and I'm so appreciative for all of your support, all of your kind words, for being patient with me over what feels like the last couple of months, me not uploading consistently. I really do appreciate you so much, each and every one of you. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you. Next video should be a house tour of the new house. So if you aren't already subscribed, make sure to hit the sub button and also the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, take care everyone, and I'll see you really soon in my next video. Bye.